Hello, friends, and here we are at the very beginning. We start at the very beginning, right? Dual credit World History A, Unit 1, Early Civilizations. Okay. This is some very cool stuff, and this is going over like just a ton of years in one unit. So here we go. Ready, set, right? And this is a bunch of stuff that I have been interested in for a really long time, so I think it's super interesting. Early migration and settlement, that's lesson one. And so we talk about basically the cavemen, okay? And then we talk about the agricultural revolution. And the agricultural revolution is really where we see civilizations happening because people could suddenly live in one place and they didn't have to chase the herds and they didn't have to chase the animals and they could just live in one place, which was pretty darn cool. Um, and so with that, they could form communities, okay, and civilizations, which is a big deal. All right, so then we go on to Mesopotamia, and you guys have probably heard about Mesopotamia like a ton, right? And anyway, super, super interesting stuff with Mesopotamia. And the deal is, this is really, really dry land. And the reason why settlements happened around here was because of the water and because of this river right here. And that really gave them, places where they could grow their crops and stuff. Okay? So, Mesopotamia, there we go. The next lesson, lesson three, is about ancient Greece, Rome, and Egypt. And one easy lesson, right? I feel like we could spend the entire class on Greece, Rome, and Egypt. Um, and Greece and Rome, that's really where we got a lot of our laws from, a lot of our what we do as far as that goes. Of course, we got the Olympics, and I mean, there's a ton about Greece, Rome, and Egypt. This is a mummy that I have actually seen before in the British Museum, and they called him Ginger for obvious reasons. And so, talking about Egypt, you can talk about you know, the the petroglyphs and talk about all of this really cool stuff that happened in Egypt. Okay. We also have Alexander the Great and how he conquered a lot of this area and a lot of also ancient Asia as well. Um, in ancient India, we had the caste system, and I've never actually been to India, but I've heard it's pretty cool. So, anyway, so the Brahmins we've got at the top, and then um, the manual laborers kind of at the bottom. Okay, and then I have been here to ancient, well, not to ancient, but to China and to see the terracotta warriors. The thing that kills me the most about these is that the people who dug them up saw them in color for a few seconds before they were exposed to air, and then they went this color, which I think, like, at that point I would be like, okay, let's stop this process. Like, this is too good to keep digging them up, but obviously they didn't. So that's lesson four about ancient Asia. Lesson five is about Europe, the Americas, and Africa. And I could go on about American civilizations. I've actually researched a lot about them. Um, and this is a place that I would love to go, Machu Picchu in Peru. But I haven't made it yet, but it's definitely on my bucket list. So, So yeah, early American civilizations, we think that they weren't civilized, but I tell you what, they knew what was going on, and they knew how to use the land and how to use things for their own, to make what they needed to make. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye bye.